an ESL teacher, as a teacher, we wore many hats. So we would often take them on tours of the city to get to know Toronto. And we took them to a brewery, you know? So that's like fun, trendy, and the students were really excited. Keep in mind, they were probably around like 16 to 25 that day. And we're in the brewery, and they're telling us how beer's made. My German students particularly excited about this. And so the tour guide, he has a headset on, he goes, "Why is head so good?" Do you guys know why head is so good? And I just started laughing, and then my students, they're quick, they pick up on this, and they're like, "Teacher, what's so funny? Why is head so good?" And I was like, I'm not going to explain this to a 16-year-old from Saudi Arabia. But then my German student, who was a little bit older, was like, the reason why the head is so good is because it locks in the flavor and it keeps the beer cool. And it's also slang for blowjob. Thank you, you just did my job for me. But I learned a lot from my students. One of my favorite all-time students, his name was Majdi from Syria, and he was a doctor. And I said, "Oh, Majdi, we're doing a unit on health this week, so why don't you do a presentation?" And he's like, "Okay." So please keep in mind, Majdi is like Borat and Bruno together, okay? It's like the Middle East is metrosexual European man. So Majdi's all excited, he's giving us this wonderful presentation, and he's at the end, he's like, "So if you do this, you'll be successful." I was like, "Sexyful? Oh, you mean successful?" "Yeah, sexyful." So I told Majdi that I was doing stand-up, and he's like, "Oh, I hope you'll be sexyful." And then, you know, one day we're in class, it's just us females, we're having girl talk, and the students started to ask me, they're like, "You know, Carlos, he's from Colombia, and he's, you know, very warm with all the students, they're like, hola, but he's always with all the girls, they're like, you know, what do you call a guy like Carlos?" And I said, "Well, you know, he's just a little bit of a ladies' man." And they're like, "Oh, teacher, so for the opposite for women, is that a man's lady?" I was like, good thought, not exactly. I was like, I don't know, maybe you'd call her like a flirt or a tease. And then my student from Venezuela, her eyes just lit up, and she was like, Natasha, a microwave. I was like, "A microwave?" And she goes, "See, you heat it up, but you don't cook it." Thank you, you're awesome.